Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video we are going to revise the circle of Willis. ठीक है, सर्कल ऑफ विलिस में क्या होता है कि आपके पास टू वर्टेब्रल आर्टरीज दे कंबाइन टू फॉर्म अ बेसिलर आर्टरी and the vertebral arteries give an anterior spinal artery which is a branch in front of the spinal cord and a posterior inferior cerebellar artery. फिर the basilar artery it gives ICA. ठीक है, first the pica was given off by the vertebral artery and ICA is given off by the basilar artery. Then as the basilar artery ascends across the pons, it gives many pontine branches and it terminates by giving two branches. One of them is actually a superior cerebellar artery and the other one is actually a posterior communicating artery. The posterior communicating artery is communicating with the internal carotid artery through this posterior communicating artery. ठीक हो गया? Let's study this diagram from the plastic model of our university. Here you can see that these are actually the vertebral arteries. And the vertebral artery is giving the posterior inferior cerebellar artery which is pica. ठीक है, and these are the vertebral arteries. This is actually the anterior spinal artery since it is actually in front of the spinal cord. ठीक है, this is the anterior spinal artery. This is actually the basilar artery that is formed by the union of two vertebral arteries. This artery is actually the ICA. Then this is actually the pontine branch. Technically there are many pontine branches. ठीक है, and then the basilar artery continues to give two terminal branches. This one is actually the superior cerebellar and the posterior cerebral. This is cerebellar and this is the posterior cerebral. And that posterior cerebral communicates with the internal carotid through the posterior communicating artery. So this was the circle of Willis.